from the earth that we love so, and the cruiser which is called Yamato. Fighting in the stars above, fighting for the earth we love, speeding onward, roaring by, we will return by and by. But for now we must remain, we must fight, endure the pain. All the hopes of those we love are with us as we fly above. Leaving now the Milky Way, marching on toward Iskander, save the earth from each dreaded foe, and our space cruiser Yamato.
Whoa. Who turned the gravity controls off?
The ECS grid has suffered a cascade failure. We're on emergency backups.
How long until the auxiliary kicks in?
Soon, I hope. Controlling the ship like this isn't gonna be easy.
Stand by.
Routing damaged ECS grid systems. Auxiliary gravity engaging. Now.
Thanks for the warning, computer.
Captain, reports are coming in from all over the ship. There's a lot of damage from the ECS overload.
Sanada, what is your estimate for how long for repairs?
We need to figure out what went wrong in the first place before I can give you a timeline, Kodai. Chief Tokugawa, come with me. Let's start with the engine room.
Miyuki, connect me with the rest of the ship.
You're on, Captain.
This is the captain. All hands. Make damage reports to Chief Tokugawa and XO Sanada. Once that is finished, lend whatever hands you can to the repair. That is all.
Captain, passive radar reports no contacts. I read us approximately 150 megameters from Saturn orbit.
Confirmed. The skies are clear, Captain.
Jiro, as soon as able, bring the sub-engines online and get us in a stable orbit. Use Saturn's ice ring as cover.
Aye, Captain.
I will be in my cabin should anyone need me. Good work, everyone. Very well done.
Now ain't that a thing? Day one and already we're practically done in by our own ship.
We were bound to run into some problems along the way. Yamato isn't exactly brand new.
She's how old now? Officially, I mean, not the legend age.
Well, she was built in 2199. It's 2231, so 32 years, give or take a few months.
She bears the weight of her age well.
Not that I'm complaining, but does anyone know why the captain and XO secretly rebuilt this ship inside Aquarius Island?
Does it matter? It's the Yamato. She's got a rather impressive track record of pulling off the impossible.
What I mean is, wasn't it pretty much illegal and more or less desecration of a grave?
From my understanding, the original Star Force were given permission to recover the ship anytime they wanted to, but recover only. The repair and rearming, that was most definitely illegal.
Only because those idiotic bureaucrats signed that stupid Disarmament Act.
Wasn't that due to the fact we were attempting to design ships that didn't rely on wave motion gun tech since we had an abundance of wave motion cartridges?
That's the official story, Miyuki. You'd know better. You worked at HQ for a while. What gives?
Sorry, I didn't exactly get to sit in on any of those meetings. Your guess is as good as mine.
Can't you ask the captain? Surely as his daughter you could...
I'm not going to. It's not my place to interrogate the captain over his decisions as commanding general.
Not that I was eavesdropping, but the answer is simple. Captain Kodai and the XO didn't agree with the act.
Simple? That kind of opens the door to a few other questions.
Okay, let me clarify. The act was put into place by the bigwigs because officially the production of Proto-Iskandarium was beginning to fall off. Wave motion technology relies on the stuff, and the only pure Iskandarium still in existence is aboard this ship.
When you put it that way, yeah, it makes sense.
But why rebuild the ship? You could have just put it in another ship and had the same result.
Symbolism is a bit lost on Lloyd, remember?
Right. We're also talking about the same guy who screamed like a girl at a surprise party and slugged Jiro as a result at the academy.
You slugged him at a surprise party.
Really? We're bringing that up again?
His own surprise party. It was for him.
Give it to me straight. How bad's the damage?
Surprisingly minimal, despite initial reports. Chief Tokugawa is already hard at work repairing the fault in the ECS network.
What happened, Sanada? I thought we checked the ECS network 3 times before launch.
We did. The problem is that we never ran the system at full power with our shields up and weapons firing simultaneously. There simply wasn't enough time.
Are we able to correct the problem?
Absolutely. With a few adjustments to the system, we'll be back up and running within a few hours.
That's a relief.
Are you alright, Kodai?
I'm fine.
Kodai.
I'm fine, Sanada. Leave it be.
Kodai, we've known each other for far too long. You really think I wouldn't notice when something is bothering you? Now let it all out, or I will have Dr. Lamont come up here and give you a full workup.
You wouldn't dare.
Would I?
All right, you win. I haven't been sleeping well. Not since... well, you know.
I thought that might be it.
I want to believe she's still alive out there somewhere. But...
you've always underestimated her. If anyone could survive, she could.
And what if she didn't? How do I face that?
Kodai, I won't lie to you. It won't be easy. But you still have Miyuki, and she needs you just as much as you need her.
I don't even know how to talk to her about this. It's still much too fresh.
Don't forget, Kodai, you may have lost a wife, but Miyuki, she lost a mother. And you of all people know how that can feel.
You're right, of course. Perhaps I should try to talk to her.
I certainly would, if given the chance.
I don't know how many opportunities we'll be able to get on this mission. Maybe after the next warp or 2. Once we're farther from Earth, when I won't need her constantly listening for a call from Earth.
The sooner the better, Kodai. The longer you wait, the more distance she's going to feel from you.
Thank you, Sanada.
Of course, Kodai.
You okay?
I don't really. It's hard, you know?
It's okay. You're allowed to miss her.
Every day she's missing makes it harder to believe she's still alive.
Your mother is as tough as they come. You still got Uncle Kodai, too.
He's as distant as ever. I can't talk to him about her. He disappears or closes up completely.
He's hurting, too.
So am I. It's
not fair.
Does he love her more than me? Do I even matter anymore?
Of course, you matter. Uncle Kodai feels every loss and loves deeply. Give him some time, Miyuki. He will come around. He always does.
Yeah, you're right. Thanks, Jiro.
What are friends for?
How is she?
Not good. The captain?
Not good.
They need to talk. Soon.
We can't force them to. Not yet. They have to come together at their own pace.
Red alert! All hands to battle stations. Enemy fleet detected.
The ship isn't repaired yet. We're not ready for an attack.
Report!
Captain, enemy fleet just dropped out of warp 40 megameters from our location. There's no way they haven't seen us.
Have they detected us yet?
They have. They're on a fast intercept course.
Status on the repairs.
We need another 10 minutes to bring the primary engines back online.
Weapon systems?
Pulse lasers and missiles are completely out of the question. Shock cannons may have a few shots, but not enough against their fleet.
What about the wave motion cartridges?
They could work. However, the enemy will need to be much closer for them to be effective.
I'm guessing our shields are out of the question as well?
Do you even need to ask?
What about the ice ring? Can we use that?
Wait! Kodai! I have an idea. The asteroid ring shield.
Do we have the power for that? The polarity reactors chew up a lot of power.
The ice in the ring is considerably less dense than chunks of solid rock. The reactors wouldn't have to draw nearly as much power.
Foyers, do it! Launch a full spread of polarity reactors at once. Nanbu, activate them as soon as they're ready. Jiro, take us into the ice ring. Best speed.
Dispersal units loaded, targeting the closest group of large chunks.
Targets locked.
Fire!
Enemy fleet closing, now at 20 megameters.
Chief, how long until we can warp?
5 minutes, Captain.
Gun crews, begin loading wave motion cartridges. Loading complete. Range to target?
15 megameters. Enemy fleet within effective firing range.
Main guns, target enemy battleships.
Ice shield, down to 75% effectiveness.
All guns, fire!
I think all we managed to do is piss them off. Coverage down to 40%.
Engineering to bridge. Repairs complete.
Nambu, reverse polarity. Foyers, give them one final volley. Jiro, as soon as the final rounds are out, put us on a trajectory for war.
We're on trajectory for warp.
Salvo complete.
Ice ring shield defense failing.
Nabu, release the ice. Hit it with everything we've got. Jiro, punch it.
Burning the midnight oil, Lieutenant?
Couldn't sleep. How's everything up here?
I'd classify this as eerily quiet.
Eerie? Does something have you worried, sir?
Not so much worried. I'm just anticipating the next attack and problem we'll need to fix.
Isn't that normal on a battleship, though? Things tend to break down from time to time.
I keep forgetting you're not a member of the original crew. For Yamato, things going awry and breaking down is much more commonplace than on normal ships.
Is that supposed to be comforting?
For me, oddly, yes it is. You see, the Yamato isn't just your ordinary ship. She's got a soul, Miyuki. Most people tend to explain away her quirks scientifically. Not me. No. Yamato is most certainly alive.
You make the ship sound haunted.
Well, she probably is. There have certainly been some heavy tolls taken in her time. Much of the crew were killed in the Comet Empire attacks, and Captain Okita himself died here. I wouldn't be surprised if their souls have joined us on this journey.
Okay, so if that's the case, then what has you so worried?
In the past, we knew who we were fighting. More or less. This new enemy, it just showed up, started killing, and we've heard no demands, no speeches, nothing to indicate they want something. What does that sound like to you?
With what we've observed, they remind me of a plague of locusts more than an intelligent spacefaring race.
Right. That's exactly what I have been thinking as well. They swarm and viciously attack over and over, like they're incapable of knowing when to quit.
You're concerned with how we're going to get them to stop. You can't exactly reason with a swarm of locusts. They're not intelligent enough for that.
The only way to stop a swarm like that is to eradicate it completely.
So that's what we're going to have to do then. There's not much else we'll be able to do.
Yes, but if there's more than one hive, how do they reproduce? Do they need to feed? There are just too many questions to answer and no time to properly answer them.
We have the coordinates from the Hijikata's last known position. It's the best lead we have. And we know they're attracted to wave motion energy, so we do know a few things.
I'm just worried what we'll find is something we won't be able to handle, Miyuki. Something that we won't be able to handle.
What do you mean by that?
What? What is it?
We need to speak to the captain now.
Enter. What is it?
Captain, General Aihara managed to get a brief message through.
What was the message?
Earth tracking reports that the mothball fleet is gone. They monitored their engine flares and they entered warp. Intel believes that the enemy have stolen them.
What? When?
Their warp signatures appeared 3 hours ago.
They could be anywhere now.
Earth tracking is extremely limited with the ongoing bombardment and the system-wide jamming still in place. General Aihara can't even promise when he'll be able to communicate with us again.
I want double shifts at the radar station and around-the-clock combat air patrol going immediately.
Right away.
I don't like this. Not one bit.
Shall I attempt to send a message back to Earth?
No, best not. From what we can tell, the enemy can track our radar, but our wave motion energy and radio signals seem to attract them like a moth to a flame.
Understood, sir.
If that's all, you're dismissed.
Sir?
I said you're dismissed.
Yes, sir.